There is a specific detail about the end of Krapopolis Season 3 that suggests the show is moving away from its original premise entirely. We might already know what is going to happen to Tyrannis and his family next, but there's one problem. The latest shift in the city's power structure changes everything. This means one major character is about to lose their status permanently, and it could change the entire story moving forward. You are watching Screen Explain. Krapopolis has always been about a flawed family trying to run the world's first city. However, Season 3 has introduced a massive disruption, the Krapocracy. Tyrannis has officially attempted to move the city toward the world's first democratic elections. This happens because Tyrannis is obsessed with being a benevolent king, which leads to a loss of total control over the population. Because of this, the citizens are no longer just subjects. They are now a political force that can actively push back against the throne. This forces Tyrannis into a position where he has to campaign for his own relevance. This removes his absolute power and shifts his role from a ruler to a politician. While this is happening on the ground, the situation on Mount Olympus is also shifting. Deliria has spent the season trying to antagonize the other gods, specifically encroaching on Apollo's turf. This will lead to a direct confrontation with Zeus, who has already called Deliria's bluff in recent episodes. The consequence of Deliria's constant self-destruction is that she is losing her protected status among the Olympians. If she is officially cast out, Krapopolis loses its divine protection. This makes the city vulnerable to the new threats we've seen, like the Norse gods led by Odin and Thor. A more likely outcome is that the city will have to defend itself without Deliria's powers, which places the burden of survival entirely on Stupendous and Hippocampus. So now, the story is no longer about building a city. It's about whether the city can survive the consequences of its own progress. Each step towards civilization makes the family less powerful and the world more dangerous. This is the obvious direction for the confirmed 4th and 5th seasons, as the show moves from a wacky sitcom into a serialized struggle for legacy. The Season 3 finale, Advanced Family Portraiture, is the tipping point. Deliria's inability to get her family to sit still for a portrait is a metaphor for the family falling apart. This leads to two possibilities for Season 4. Either Tyrannis successfully transitions to a democratic leader, or the city rejects the family entirely, forcing them to become refugees in their own land. Does Tyrannis actually deserve to keep his crown, or has his benevolence officially ruined the city? Subscribe to Screen Explain for more.